This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Recording has started. Hello and welcome once again to Superconnectivity. I'm your host, Charlie the Professor Esser, and with me, as always, is the man behind the plan,
Philman Perich.
That's the man. Hey, Philip.
Hello,
So
Charles.
good you are back. So good you are here. So good we can talk about all the things going on in the world of comics and comic-related culture. Amongst them, we're actually going to start with an actual comic book related storyline today, is the new Outlawed event,
Yes.
I guess we're going to say.
Yes.
I did not realize that it had started. Outlawed came out this week. I was not able to get it before the evil coronavirus shut everything down.
Yeah,
Shut it all down.
I wasn't gonna get it anyway, but I don't think I realized that it came out this week either.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. You only, but of course, we found out it did because we read related books, specifically Ghost Spider.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I think she should have stuck with Spider Woman.
Yeah, but it's like you already have a Spider Woman on 616, so.
Yeah, but she's not on 616. That's kind of the thing.
Sometimes she is because she's going to college on 616. I mean, yeah, she goes back and forth. So.
But in her own world, she's not going by Spider Woman anymore.
Yeah,
and it's like, why not?
Well, it's kind of
that don't necessarily make sense to me.
Well, it's kind of weird because, like, back on her own dimension, I think it's Earth 65 or whatever.
Yeah, Earth 65.
Everyone knows her identity anyway, so I don't know why she just doesn't call herself Gwen.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's just weird. So everyone knows her identity.
Yeah, that's kind of part of the reason she's going to college in the 616 is because here, in the 616, nobody knows her identity.
Yes. And, like I said, I'm not a regular reader of this, but apparently she has a friend named Benji who's also from Earth 65, and they got Stark passports.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know if is Benji from 65? I didn't think so.
Well, because Peter had specifically mentioned that she was absent the last couple days, too.
Well, Benji's from Australia, so I don't know if it's just like a passport for a different I think she might be from 616 just from Australia.
But there seems to be some sort of paperwork involved in the fact that she is a Earth 65 resident.
That just seems so weird to me that she just comes out and says, "Oh yeah, I'm from another dimension," and is like signing paperwork, which I guess I could see in the Marvel universe, but it just seems weird to me. I just think it would be easier to say, I'm 616 Gwen Stacy's cousin or something,
But that would be a lie, and it wouldn't, and all of her documents would be false.
I guess.
This way, she can have her legitimate documents from her own universe, since it is actually a well-established thing that other universes exist in this universe, and the fact that actual tourists from Earth A in the She-Hulk universe established an ongoing tourist trade with that. So, although they shut that down because that was an illegal tourist trade. Just as a side note, because it gave people powers when they transferred into the other universe. But, long story short, yeah, she is apparently a dimension hopper. Now, you're saying that you don't think Benji is... I know Benji is from Australia, but they have an Australia on Earth 65, too.
Yeah, well, the whole thing with Benji is weird, because I think...
Johnny and Sue Storm.
Oh, there you are. Sorry. Hey, did you hear what I said? I said the weird thing with Benji is, like, she's kind of working with the 616 Jackal, so... I don't even know if the Benji's whole story is legit, because, like... Again, Miles Warren, obsessed with Gwen Stacy, he went to Earth 65. That's what she even tells Peter in this issue.
Yeah.
He's running around on her Earth right now. Because he killed... The 616 Jackal killed the Earth 65 Jackal.
Yeah. So, but if she's in league with the 616 Jackal...
Yes.
Then... And there's that transit between universe. I don't know what's going on, but I just think it's interesting that we have a character named Benji. We have a Sue and Johnny Storm from the Earth 65, and a Reed Richards, an African American Reed Richards.
Yes.
In Universe 65, but we haven't gotten a Ben Grimm yet. But we have another character named Benji, and for those of you who don't recall, in the 70s with the Thing, sans the Fantastic Four, he was a teenager named Benji who had rings where he says, "Thing ring, do your thing." And that's where Ms. Thing gets that. Well, yeah, that was the original character design. Yeah, it was meant to be scales, not rocks. But what do you want to tell me? Yes?
I kind of about Marvel comics, and I won first place.
Very good. You've done your father proud.
Yeah.
Tristan has a first place knowledge of Marvel comics and characters.
Nice.
So, yes, at least amongst his classmates. So, anyway, but yeah, so I just think that's interesting. They're building a Fantastic Four, and of course, we have the idea of Spider-Man in his first appearance, or not his first appearance, but in his first book, I think that's Spider-Man #1, he attempts to join the Fantastic Four. So yes. I think that makes a nice parallel in this, especially with what we're talking about with the idea of the new Cradle Law, and that if you want to be a teenage superhero, you have to file paperwork, like Gwen is doing to go to college, and, get a adult hero to sponsor you.
Oh, is that it? I thought it was like you absolutely could not be a teenage superhero. You had to wait till you're 21. So you can file the book.
Yeah. If you get an adult superhero to sponsor you, Phil doesn't read these books. If you get an adult superhero to sponsor you, you can be a superhero trainee, and you can do superheroism, but the adult superhero is taking the responsibility for you. Yes, Tristan bought a Mandalorian mask and extra lightsabers today with his birthday. Yes, it does. It looks very much like a lightsaber.
Subscribe.
Oh, okay. Wow. But
subscribe, like and subscribe.
But yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I did see where Peter tells her, you can't be an independent hero and stuff. Which
you also see her symbiote going all crazy.
Yes.
And so that's clearly going to be a plot line with this storyline too. That her symbiote, she's going to have a whole, my symbiote is evil. And we're gonna get a She-Venom out of this whole thing at the end of it.
Well, I don't know the full story on her symbiote, but I think it's a little different because she has to eat a certain way, certain foods with certain stuff because was it starches or something? Because the symbiote starts to get weak if she doesn't eat enough, and she starts to get headaches and stuff.
Yeah, well, whatever it is. That's going to be a problem because clearly clearly her symbiote's making her more aggressive, more teenagery, which of course is kind of ridiculous because she is 18. Although still technically a teenager. But yeah, it is like, oh, how dare you tell me? And it feeds into a lot of weird things that I think pretty much has to be explained away by the idea that the symbiote is making her crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But again, as I had predicted, Peter Parker is kind of like, look, I'm not saying it's a good idea, but I'm also not saying it's a bad idea. And for what it's worth, might have really thrown out that, I was a teenage superhero, not because I wanted to be. I was kind of in this, and one of the first things I did was I tried to join the Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. Get legitimate adult superheroes to work with me. I was just too dumb of a kid to stand around for 5 minutes and wait for Reed Richards to talk to me. That as we saw in freaking What If, it's like, if he had just waited 5 minutes or 5 seconds, he would have said, well, just calm down, everybody. Look, kid, let's talk about this. And, you clearly have some great powers. I'm trying to figure out how we can, do this whole superhero thing too. So it is, there's a lot that could have been done there. But of course, if you're too headstrong of a kid, you're just going to swing off on your webbing and not get it. So I get the feeling that it's going to be this idea of Peter saying, no, look, maybe you kids need to have some structure in your lives. Because he's old now. He's an old man. He's technically a boomer. Because he's from the 60s, if you recall. So we say, okay, boomer.
Oh.
I don't need your approval to go risk my life superhero in. You know. And, yeah. But I think the Outlawed storyline is going to be interesting. I'm waiting to see what's going to come out. I'm really excited about the New Warriors, and that's one of the things is among the New Warriors.
Oh.
Which is also going to be interesting because I don't think that, because I didn't see all the New Warriors, but these don't seem to be associated with the classic New Warriors.
Well, I think there are classic New Warriors, and then our friend Daniel Kibblesmith is bringing in a bunch of new Warriors.
Yes, and kind of controversial because two of them are called Snowflake and Safe Space. And it was like, oh, you're just making fun of teenagers. Or at least one person on the internet said, oh, you're making fun of teenagers. And, you know, all the old people rolled their eyes because, no, it's a character and, you know, just don't. Just don't go nuts about it, you know?
Oh, and maybe in a couple weeks, I was emailing with our friend Daniel Kibblesmith himself last night to see if he wanted to join us tonight. He says he wasn't available. Two, he likes to come on after at least an issue or two has come out. So maybe after the first issue or two. Yeah, he said he'll probably join us eventually.
Oh, well, great. Well, we'll love to talk to him, and we'll be reading. Because I'm actually kind of excited about this, and I think the New Warriors will be a neat storyline. I think it's going to be sort of a take on the Avengers Academy, which I loved. And it's going to be sort of a different take on it. It's going to be, well, who are these people and why are they heroes? And, you know, what is wrong? And maybe even this crazy question of what is wrong if you actually just followed the rules and did it the right way? What if you actually just got sponsored by a legitimate hero as a teenage superhero?
Okay, I brought up the list of some of the characters. Oh yeah, we got a teenage girl named Trailblazer who has a magic backpack, quote unquote, that's like a pocket dimension with like an infinite space. So I know people online were calling her Dora the Explorer.
Oh well, hey, why not?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's very much an inspiration for it. Is her backpack purple?
What is it? No, it looks like yellow and black.
Okay. So.
And the next one, Screen Time, a meme-obsessed super teen whose brain became connected to the internet after becoming exposed to his grandfather's experimental internet gas.
Internet gas. Cool. Hey, that is a nice Silver Age origin, man. I love it.
All right, so here we go. Snowflake and Safe Space. As psychic twins, Snowflake, a cryokinetic, can materialize snowflake-shaped shuriken projectiles for throwing. Safe Space can materialize pink force fields, but he can't inhabit them himself. The reflex only works if he's protecting others.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's even neat. So, yeah, and it's about learning your powers and all this kind of stuff. It's almost like, oh, what was that group of teen superheroes in the 60s? The X-Men?
Oh, yeah.
Were an adult responsible, well, not responsible, but there was an adult involved who was all about training young superheroes to use their powers and make the world a better place. He was just, a horrible racist, only hired mutants.
But I mean, I also saw someone make a comparison to the new X-Men where it's like, before you had all these white kids, then you went international with, Wolverine, Storm, Colossus, Nightcrawler, Banshee, yeah.
Well, yeah, to be fair, it was the 60s, and, black people hadn't been invented yet, as most people will know.
We almost missed, there's one more member, B negative, a teen living vampire. Oh, exposed to
like Mobius. Morbius.
Well, yeah, because it says a teen living vampire exposed to Michael Morbius's blood as a child in a rogue but life-saving medical procedure.
Well, there you go. That's how it happens. Those rogue, life-saving medical procedures, man.
So, like She-Hulk's origin.
Well, yeah. Well, that wasn't a rogue. That was just
But I mean, basically
Bruce Banner being stupid.
Basically a blood transfusion.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that storyline. They have confirmed that, we are going to get Ruffalo in the new She-Hulk series, so that's going to be good. But I was very pleased by what I read in Ghost Spider as my first foray into the Outlawed storyline, and I'm really excited to see where Outlawed goes. But like I said, I'm very excited to see how they're going to be looking at the creation of the Earth 65 Fantastic Four, and I kind of get the feeling they may be looking to sort of build out that Earth 65 superhero population.
Yeah, because she even mentions that they don't have as many superheroes over there. Well, at least not yet.
Yeah.
But
which is why they don't have laws about it.
Well, do you think the Fantastic Four thing could even be a trap? Because we did get like a panel or two of the Maker.
Oh yes, well, and definitely the Maker's involved in it. I think the Maker's pulling strings in all of this stuff.
Yeah,
and apparently, as they said, it looks like this Reed Richards has met that Reed Richards.
Yes,
because he mentioned, evil Reed Richards. Those never work out well.
Yeah, because on Earth 65, Johnny and Sue, go missing in Latveria for 5 years. So everyone's thinking Doom. What if the Maker's running Latveria in that Earth?
It's entirely possible. But speaking of Doom and Latveria and all that kind of stuff, let's talk Fantastic Four.
Yes. You know what? I wasn't feeling too... You know what? I thought that last storyline dragged on a little too long, but I enjoyed this one.
Yeah. Well, I think there was a lot that they were trying to build a lot of universes, a lot of things going on. I kind of like Skye.
I do.
I really like her as a character. She is... she's got just enough Starfire in her, and like, what is this strange world? Without being,
without being too naive, yeah.
Yeah, and that's very cool. I like, Johnny and Wyatt getting together, and I like the line, maybe I'm not his soulmate, when she sees Johnny and Wyatt together. Cause,
because it's your soulmate. This is my soulmate. And Wyatt's like, oh, like Crystal, no. Princess Perla, no. Staff, no. What's her face? Zaja from Battle World, no.
Yeah, and you notice who's missing from that list?
Elijah.
And I'm just going to say it, man. There's that chick geologist hanging out there. And remember when Elijah was a archaeologist?
Yes.
Yeah. We remember that. And, you have a nice little thing about what's interesting in this is the first time we're seeing Moloids, like, have personalities when talking.
Yes.
And prior to this, it had always been that the Moloids were, like, sort of sub-sentient. They were basically very clever monkeys, essentially, and that he was able to control them. Well, we're extremely clever monkeys. Moloids weren't ever really depicted to be really having independent thought or anything like that. In fact, in the Evolutionary Wars storyline of the first mutant Moloid, there was a whole thing about how the other Moloids don't think the way he does, and he had psychic power, so he could control Moloids too, and that was a whole to do.
Yes.
But yeah, so I find it interesting that the Moloids are kind of all sentient in this.
Do you think maybe they could retcon it where it's like they're going to be like, oh, the Mole Man just told them to keep silent every other appearance they've ever made?
Well, maybe it's like there's more than one kind of Moloid.
True.
And this actually kind of threads that needle that gets very uncomfortable in the Marvel Universe where all animals are sentient.
Mm.
Because the pigeons are sentient, and but we always knew the birds could. The birds have this very much more complex inner lives than we give them credit for, which makes Thanksgiving dinner awkward.
I mean, it makes sense because look at all the humans that have been turned into superhumans by these accidents. I'm surprised we don't get more mutated animals.
Yeah, and to be fair, hey, we know that from Thor Frog that all the frogs are sentient, with complex inner backstories, and these, of course, are mutant Tyrannosaurus Rexes.
Yes.
And they're Tyrannosaurus Rexes that have lived underneath the earth for millions and millions of years, so they probably have done some more evolution. And, Skye is fascinated to find out that, apparently I can speak to them, too.
Yes.
Also, I thought it was weird that she's actually speaking to them like as a language, like a vocalized language, rather than it being a psionic thing. Yeah, that I thought was a little weird.
I mean, unless it is a psionic thing
too.
Dr.
Doolittle-y.
Yeah, but unless it is like a kind of like a psionic thing, but she kind of talks to focus, help her focus.
I mean, maybe, yeah. Okay. Just as Dr. Doolittle, because he does little. Yeah, nice. But all in all, I thought it was kind of cool. They do shoo off the Mole Man.
Yeah, I did like the Ben and Reed stuff at the end.
Yeah, although, man, first of all, I don't know how I feel about them totally taking away Reed having some kind of guilt about it, or even Ben no longer feeling weighed down about it.
I think Slott kind of wrote it so Reed kind of still has a little bit of guilt, because I mean he was still he was still like the whole shielding and stuff wasn't my fault, but I should have known there was dangers out there.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, it's interesting, but I actually, I guess if you play into it, what I always say, that there's a lot of secrets he's still keeping from Ben, that plays a part in it. And in this, we also get that, I'll do everything to make sure my family is safe. It's like, oh, that never ends well, no. Reed. Don't do that this time. And then, of course, we've got, stand-in Fantastic Four next week.
Yes, because month. Empire. So hey,
Empire. So we got Val and Franklin with Wolverine and Spider-Man in blue costumes.
Yes,
ooh,
and I thought I saw Solid at some point that I thought Hulk and was it Ghost Rider this time. I thought there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more of them showing up too. So.
Well, if we do, then we just need to. I don't know. We'll have to figure out the continuity on the Hulk for that.
Oh, I know.
But anyway,
but no, I love this. Like I said, I love this issue more than I have the last couple months. But the one thing, and I know it's a story. It's for the purpose of the story. But they're like, oh, Reed and the others, Reed and Sue can't get here. Ben can't get here in time to help us with the Mole Man. I'm like, doesn't Reed have some kind of teleportation thing? I'm sure between Reed and Val, they can't rope up a teleportation device.
Yeah, but those kind of things are always they're real spotty,
Yeah.
And honestly, if you think, well, we can be there in 2 hours by pogo plane. It's like it's not enough time, and then of course, literally, then in 5 minutes, he shows up. So it's like, but they solved it because they talked to the dinosaurs, and it was all worked out. And yeah, it is what it is. I enjoyed it, though. Yes. I do think it's living up to the title, World's Greatest Comic Magazine.
Yes, this issue definitely did.
Yes. And let's get to Captain America 20.
Yes. Both issue 20s.
Oh, yeah. Well, we find out that, Selene is farming humans. Yeah. Because meat's meat and the man's got to eat. And, we have the Rocks News or some kind of news guy there. Okay.
I was going to say, did you put your books down or something? All I saw was
put all my book. That's because the camera is in such an awkward place.
Yes, using a different computer. Yeah, it's on the bottom. I never heard of that before.
Yeah. Anyway, but I mean that's interesting in and of itself. But I gotta say, man, are they totally going to de-age Sharon now with this whole in this plotline?
With the whole soul thing and stuff,
yeah. The Blood Marine, and yes, they're going to suck all the stuff, and now she will be back to not being 42. The worst fate that can fall anyone. She won't be in her 40s anymore.
They're like, we have to shut Charlie Esser up. He keeps harping on it.
Yeah, well, even Agatha Harkness isn't hanging.
Oh no! Are they going to DH Sharon, and then are we going to have a love triangle between Steve, Sharon, and Peggy?
I don't think Steve's into Peggy.
You don't think? I mean, right now, no, but you don't think they're going to get to that eventually?
No, I think they're going to keep it separate, and we still don't know how Peggy's back or if she's going to stay back.
I thought it was all magic, witch's magic, or whatever.
Who knows? Who knows what Ta-Nehisi Coates is doing right now?
Yeah,
I thought he should have just made her be the one from Exiles.
Yeah,
because that solved the whole freaking problem.
I just don't know if they're always like, oh, the people don't take it as serious if it's like a double from an alternate reality or a clone or whatever. It's like it has to be the original Sharon Carter, from Virginia.
Well, but it's not the original Peggy Carter because this one's from England.
I thought they said this one was from Virginia.
Did she say? I thought they
not in this issue. I thought last issue. I thought they said.
I thought she said she moved to Virginia or something.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Again, who knows what they're doing with this character anymore? Yeah, the entire Carter family is nothing but retcons.
Oh yeah.
Let's face it. It's not even Aunt, and now that is even Aunt Peggy. Maybe they'll go back to Sister Peggy.
Oh yeah, if they're the same age, they might go back to sisters. Yeah.
Yeah.
The evil magic spell made you think she was your aunt, but she's your sister again.
She was always your sister. Oh, and we get our big reveal at the end.
Yes.
Ross is back.
General Ross is alive.
I guess anyone reading Immortal Hulk said, well, of course he's back, you know? We're going to see if they're going to tie that into Immortal Hulk or what they're going to do with that, but yeah.
I wonder if he's powered. Is he still powered?
Well, we don't know yet.
I don't know.
But he's alive, so...
Yep.
That's the selling point. He's not dead again. You know, third time is not apparently the charm. Yeah, we go to Madripoor again in this one, which is like, I don't know. We're always so... I don't know. I guess on a certain level that they're always going to Madripoor, always just kind of just... It just doesn't seem right with me. It's like...
It's like the new cliche. It's like, you know, where's our wretched hive of scum and villainy? Oh, Madripoor.
Yeah, which I also kind of feel is like kind of weird, and I don't know, just weird that it is. Oh, it's like Shanghai, but like we're gonna call it Madripoor, and but it's like that fictional Shanghai that, you know, sailors used to get shanghaied in. You know,
I mean, it used to be like a Wolverine thing, and like really you never heard about it except for like in the Wolverine book, and and then it just started.
Now everybody's there every weekend.
It used to be this unknown place that only Wolverine went to, you know, when he needed to relax and, you know, put on his Clark Kent disguise of an eye patch.
Yes, well, there you go. Well, clearly it can't be Wolverine. He has 2 eyes. Why would he only have 1 eye? That makes no sense. That could not possibly be Wolverine. He just likes Wolverine. That's why he combs his hair like that.
Again, Clark Kent logic.
Superman couldn't wear glasses. He has perfect vision.
He has more than perfect vision.
He has super vision. If Clark Kent had supervision, he wouldn't be wearing that ridiculous outfit.
So,
that's a super chicken joke. I stole it.
I guess it's a symbol.
Yeah,
I guess it's a symbol, but that's a good point. Now that his identity's out in the open, why is he still wearing the suit? He can wear anything.
Well, but because he's going to be Superman, and you put on your Superman outfit when you're going to do Supermaning.
I guess
it's like, you know, if you're going to go hiking, you put on your hiking boots.
I guess, but then you want to wear some comfy sweats or something sometimes. Still. Yeah, I know.
Hey, as long as he's not just Dr. Manhattaning it.
Okay. I think he still wants to be a reporter, so I don't think he'd keep his job if he did that.
I mean, ask you this: is he still wearing the glasses as Clark Kent?
Yes. I mean, it's only been like an issue or two, but yeah, I think he's still wearing the glasses. I'm guessing it's maybe to signal to everyone, oh yeah, there's no danger. I'm in my Clark Kent mode right now. I don't.
Maybe he likes it. It's like it's the costume.
Maybe it helps him focus. It's like, okay, you know.
Yeah,
it's time to write. It's weird. Time to write.
And honestly, if he walked around in his uniform all the time, it would look weird.
Yes.
And just like, you know, if Captain America didn't wear a uniform, it would kind of be weird if he was fighting everyone just in his dungarees.
No, true. But I mean, the whole Superman suit thing, it's probably like a cop. It's like, you know, you're going to make people nervous if you're in your suit 24/7. People are going to be like, oh, is Mongol attacking? Oh.
Well, exactly. And likewise, you know, you want to make sure everyone knows, okay, I'm in Superman. It's not like, who's that guy in the tweed suit? You know? Should we trust a guy in a tweed suit to defeat Lex Luthor? I don't know. But yeah, so that's that. I guess it makes sense in and of itself. But yeah, so that was Madripoor. And we know that it's all... Because I guess we're bringing Red Skull back, you know, because he's in Lucan's brain and Lucan's back. And yeah. Oh, we didn't really even talk about in Conan War for the Serpent Crown, all the Mephisto stuff.
Oh, yes.
Because I thought that's the most interesting thing.
Because, of course, it's in Vegas.
Yeah. Mephisto is so in charge of everybody, and like the one mob guy he's got working for him is like, "Hey, are you sure he's the right guy?" It's like, dude, I'm the Prince of Lies. Don't question my plan.
Charlie,
they don't even explain how he gets the ring in this whole thing, too. It almost looks like the ring wasn't even part of the emeralds. Like, it just was there when he falls out of the helicopter.
Yeah.
You know, because you see him fall, and there's the treasure case with the thing, and it's like already on the ground there. So
yes.
Well, okay, so that's what happened. Okay, here it is. See, when he grabs on, it does, because you see it's on the ground behind Black Cat. When he grabs it, it rolls out. So that's how he got it. And then he opens it.
Ooh.
And then they teleport to Wakanda.
Yes. I may have some kind of loose conspiracy forming in my head.
Okay.
All right. I told you, Nyla's skin appeared in one Daredevil arc, like back in the late 80s. It was like at the very end of Ann Nocenti's run. Matt Murdock loses his memory, and he's like living on the streets. He meets Nyla, and they're kind of sort of dating, you know, living together on the streets and stuff. And because I remember I interviewed Ann Nocenti a couple of years ago, and she was saying, you know, if she had kept going, she's like, I don't know if they didn't want Matt Murdock to have a black girlfriend, you know, quote unquote, you know, but that was like kind of her plan. But it's like, okay, Nyla, because Matt lost his memory, because you know where he came back from before he lost his memory and met Nyla?
Where?
Mephisto's realm.
Oh, Mephisto's realm. Well, there you go. Well, I mean, clearly.
So is there a connection between Mephisto and Nyla? Yeah.
And for what it's worth, we do know that there is a Daredevil One More Day arc coming sometime soon.
Ooh, yes.
So maybe this is all going to tie together. Wouldn't it be interesting if they give every current Marvel hero a One More Day?
Yeah, but is that just the reboot? Is that your crisis?
Well, or just
is that your crisis
reboot,
on
or even just like how they're doing all the Marvel heroes at the end? Yes. You know, the last story of all these characters.
So are you saying restart them, or just give them like one wish, quote unquote?
Well, or just have sort of, what does Mephisto give these people for their one more day? You know, might be an interesting concept. Who knows where they're going to go with it?
True.
Would be neat to see what Reed's one more day is. You know, of course, I would think that Reed would be smarter enough then to deal with Mephisto, because he ran across Mephisto in the past. Did not like it.
Everybody's run across Mephisto at this point.
No one likes him. He's such a jerk.
No
one likes you, Mephisto.
He's a homewrecker.
He's a jerk. Ugh. Anyway, yeah. So that's Mephisto. He is going to be our new villain in the MCU. Mark my words. It's not going to be Kang. Everyone's waiting for Kang. It's going to be Mephisto. Anyway, anything else you want to talk about this week, Philip?
No, I think we're good. We hit our comics. We hit our new Warriors news and Outlawed. And
yeah, well, you know, there's a lot going on out there. There's a coronavirus. Don't get it if you can, folks. Conan the Barbarian, still a great book. All of them. If you see a book that's got Conan on it, you know it's going to be a good book. Any man that can pull off hairy shorts. That's what you want in a superhero.
Oh, it's shorts? Okay. It's shorts on a loincloth?
Well, you know, it seems to cover. It seems to cover a lot. He does a lot of leaps and bounds, and we never get a butthole cut with him. So
don't need to see the sword and shield. I know.
We don't need to go the full Monty. So don't need to see the full Conan. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Philip, if people would like to get in touch with you, how can they do so?
Well, Charles, if they would like to get a hold of me, they can always email me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am at nightwingpdp. And remember to follow the Capes and Lunatics. Find all that at Capes and, or Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. and support the sponsors, Tweaked Audio, Hunt to Killer, Pod Life the book, and use the Amazon link in the show notes to help send money to Master Doom.
When you're ordering that toilet paper,
yes,
which you know you are, on Amazon, come here first. Click the link. Costs you nothing. Makes our lives a little easier.
Yes.
Not even going to take your toilet paper.
Nope.
Just going to tell you. Okay. Anyway, yes. And also buy Pod Life the book. It's a great book. Anyway, in the meantime, if you'd like to write to me in that old-fashioned email way, the way our Moz and Paz once did, do so at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, @gmail.com. And, of course, follow me on Twitter when I live tweet things whenever I feel like it. @Charlie Esser. That's CHARLIE ESSER. Look for the 2 E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
Thank you, Maz. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That has been another episode of Superconnectivity. Won't you come on back next week and super connect with us once again? Good night.
Good night.
No, we didn't talk about Stormfront in The Boys Season 2.
Oh, yeah. We can do that next week. I swear
we should do that.
You do that every week now. You remember one thing, you're like, we didn't talk about that. Next week. And then we did.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, because we were talking about like some streaming stuff. And I was like, we should talk about Stormfront.
Cliffhangers.
So tune in next week if you'd like to find out what's the deal with Stormfront.